Whose name is Levon? That's not a
Levon?
name.
Levon's not a name?
No.
That's a cool name.
Even after this song, nobody ever got called Levon.
Are you
think
crazy?
it would inspire people to call their kids Levon?
If I have a son with my third wife, I'm going to call him Levon. What?
I couldn't think of something funny. I was going to say, if you have a son with your third wife, you can
know
call
what?
him.
During the break, we'll play Tiny Dancer on the next coming in.
Oh,
it's going to be Elton
something
John
to look
Day.
forward to, folks. After the break.
You know why I play Levon?
I can't listen to that song because Mark Cohen, my favorite ex, he used to always do a thing where you go, Tony Danza.
Oh, God. I can't believe you're not still with him.
He's fantastic.
But when my oldest daughters were, I guess they were like 8 and 6, I used to play Tiny Dancer, and Levon, and they loved those two songs. I had a tape that I made that had those two songs. I had my greatest hits. I used to make my own tapes and have my, cassettes and my greatest hits. So I play those songs. They loved Tiny Dancer and Levon. Then one day, all of a sudden, I went to a car wash and the tape was stolen or gone, missing. And we never heard it again. So I play these songs for my daughters.
You had no idea how to get those songs again?
Oh, yeah, I could have. I was just, I didn't want to deal with it. I probably didn't have the computer anymore or whatever. For some reason, whatever. I just wanted, it was gone. It was gone. But it brings back memories of when I used to hang with my kids and before they were in school, and we used to go to the playground, or I taught them how to play basketball. Raina doesn't want to learn any of that. The difference is Raina, and because we were in a bookstore yesterday, and it's a perfect example. Like, I'll say to Raina, come on, let's, I want you to play basketball in school, like, Jess and Ellen, your older sisters. I don't want to do that. And yesterday we were at Barnes & Noble, and she wanted a book. She's, 8 years old, and the book was, how to program.
A first programming book.
How to coding on the internet, on the coding on her computer. And she wanted that book and another dumb book. So I said, get that book because, she's 8 years old. By the time she's fucking 11 years old, she's going to be a computer.
Swallow the juice.
All right. She's going to be a computer whiz by the time she's 11 years old. What?
Why am I doing this?
What?
You're just, I don't know who, sometimes I look at you, I'm like, do you know, like.
What?
Do you have any self-awareness? No.
Well, I'm talking about the difference between my daughters, between the older daughters, a 25, a 23-year-old, and now an 8-year-old. The time, how the times were then and now. And like, with my older daughters, with my older daughters,
yes.
We would go to the park. We'd go to do this and do that and do all kinds of stuff. Raina doesn't want to leave the house. She has 3 different things going, computers, phones, this, and you know what I mean? I don't even think, she's doing Minecraft that much anymore.
She does, but here's the thing, is that I have no problem getting Raina to go outside and do stuff, but I feel like maybe your other daughter, every kid is different, and maybe your other daughters, the way that you interacted with them worked. But with Raina, she does not like being told what to do. And you tend to, like, even if you want to kiss, you're like, come here, give me a kiss. It's all like her responsibility to like walk over to you.
I go and give her kisses. You don't see. I don't announce when I go to give her a kiss.
I'm just saying. It's
you
like,
hear what I say to come here.
I knew you were going to argue because that's
not
how
an argument.
That's how you roll,
No,
baby.
no, because you only see what you want to see or what you hear.
But when you want her to go outside, you always go, get your shoes, let's go outside.
No, I do not do that. I go, let's go out and do this or do that or go to the other day. Yesterday, I go, let's go to the park. No, let's go.
I've heard you yell at her like to do something fun. It's like,
no, I don't yell at her to do something fun. You're just an exaggerating.
You're an exaggerating.
Stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid that you don't hear me say, hey, I'm going to give Raina a kiss. You'll hear me say, hey, come give me a kiss. Hey, folks, guess what I'm going to do?
Creepy.
What, really?
Come here, give me a kiss.
Is that what I say?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Stop chewing your gum into the mic. I swear to God, I can't believe anyone listens to this shit. It's unbelievable.
It's not good.
It's bad enough you wear your headphones like that. Then you're chewing gum. You're
I'm not anymore.
You know?
I'm not. Look at fucking Ben. Ben's walking in with a suitcase. Like, what the fuck? He looks like. What are you doing?
Ben, come
what kind
on.
of haircut?
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
What are you doing? Schindler's List too?
He just got back from a Call of Duty.
Look at his fucking head.
What?
Get on the mic. Why?
Oh my God. You know what?
I can pull it off. I have a round head.
Can you pull it off?
Talking to the mic.
I don't know.
You're
yeah,
on radio.
I don't know. Does anybody have a hat? Let him wear your hat.
No,
I
I'm
can't
not.
look at that the whole
What
time.
the fuck?
You do have your stupid hat.
You look like you have the virus.
You haven't seen, I've had this like this for 2 weeks. You haven't seen me?
No, I'm sorry.
I was at your book signing like this.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I had other things going on and I didn't notice.
So popular.
Why did you go to her book signing?
Why did I or didn't I?
Why did you?
Because I want to support her. I support friends. I don't bash them like you do constantly.
I don't bash my friend.
Good one.
Oh,
Good one,
is this
Ben.
what we're dealing with now?
What?
Jerk off.
Did you guys
Even
go out?
you, McFarlane, against me? I
go
sprinted.
wherever I feel
I am sweating from sprinting to get here on time.
You have your bag.
You're sweating because you look like you just got off a train ready to go into Auschwitz.
I
That's
wish
why you're
that's where the
sweating.
show is headed right now. It feels
Okay,
like
wait. Now he went to your book signing. How come you didn't tell me Ben was at your book signing?
I can't tell you every single person that comes to my book signing.
Who else was there?
First of all, you told me to shut the fuck up about my book. So
who else?
did.
I know enough with your fucking book, but who else was there that I don't know
It was
about?
me, John Stamos.
I didn't bring it up.
Who else was there?
Nice, Ben.
Who was there? You're fucking Ben. Are you having sex with
We
Ben?
went out a little bit for, a couple of hours after, just he and I. That's fine, right?
I paid, so it doesn't count.
Oh boy, you pay. Where'd you guys go?
We got hot dogs on the street.
Oh, I thought he meant he paid for sex. I really thought that's what he meant.
Well, that wouldn't have cost. What would that be?
I feel like I've heard that bit before.
I know
Guys
that
should pay.
a guy should pay.
So
We're doing it by accident now. That's how easy that joke is.
Seeps into your brain.
where? What do you call it? Who else was there? Name some names.
I don't know. The usual.
No.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, that's disgusting. Was that gum?
Oh my
what was
God.
that?
Okay,
what was that?
I made him take out his gum. So he put it on the top of his coffee cup. Then he took a drink of coffee and the gum stuck to his nose, but still stayed on the coffee cup. So it was a huge string of gum.
Yes.
From his
And my
nose.
haircut is what offends you.
But he won't throw out the gum. He's still like, I'm still going to eat.
No, I'm not going to eat it. I have nowhere to throw it, so I put it here.
Oh my God.
Garbage, right? That was the most disgusting thing I've
Are
ever seen
you
in my
out of
life.
your mind?
I looked over and thought that was hanging out of your nose. You're so gross.
Why? I don't understand why I
What?
do this. Like,
Why
what
do
is
you?
it?
Do you not? Do you have low self-esteem?
Yes, no
This is serious. Do you notice how I brought it down because it was such a serious question? Because
you
as much as I love Vos, you could do so much better.
You really think so?
Like, yeah.
How?
Because most people wouldn't. 90% of guys are not as gross and weird and just ugh.
Oh wait.
Okay, here's our
So
real
much
guest.
going on
You know
right
what?
now.
Here's our
Hey,
actual
Louis, this guy Pete's going to call in from Ohio. So,
Okay, but can we get started?
well, let's take this call. Let's take a call.
Oh my God.
How come there's no name?
See what you do? You just boss people around.
I
I'm
said,
not
let's
gonna do
take a
it.
call. That's
I'm
not
gonna
bossing
do it.
anybody.
Stop it.
I said,
Stop
let's
it.
take a call. That's not bossing. And then we'll introduce, what's her name? I said,
I
let's
don't
take a
know
call.
who you are on
What's
the
her
phone.
face?
There's no name or anything, so just go ahead and start talking.
It's a girl.
I'm calling in for stories about depression.
Stories about depression. Our author just arrived, who wrote a book. Jacqueline Novak
Oh, awesome.
wrote a book called How to Weep in Public.
Oh,
It's
I've
radio.
done that.
Hey, sorry, I couldn't hear anything,
But wait a second. Wait.
but now I
I said
can.
I've done that before. Weeping in public.
Oh, yeah.
What?
So you suffer from depression.
Yeah, I'm actually bipolar, which is fucking worse.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing is that I wanted to also do some stories about the other side of it because I've had some manic shit happen. I think I just had a little manic episode in LA, but I managed to.
I dated a girl that was like that.
I was
Well, wait.
scared I was going to
Fun.
crash.
What's your name?
Jenna,
Where you from?
I actually live in New York.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
25.
What's your bra size?
No. I'm just wondering.
She sounds hot.
It's not that big.
No,
God,
I like firm. I like firm bosom.
Oh my
but
God.
Here's the deal, because you would think, like, at 25, you haven't lived enough to be so depressed. You know, you seem like you get more depressed as you get older.
This is what you're thinking. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
It's about brain chemicals.
Yeah.
And actually, 25 is the year that most women get diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar
Yeah,
disorder.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember feeling happy to pass that mark and to not have,
Lucky.
being like, I think schizophrenia would have expressed itself by now.
I just said that about the age because I didn't know what to say. But go ahead.
I actually kind of started like getting really like nerdy about schizophrenia. Like I bought books about it
really?
and stuff. And then I was
Interesting.
I was at the gym and I was next to a therapist who was on the treadmill next to me, and I was like,
Oh my God.
hey, you can't self-diagnose schizophrenia, right? Like if you think you have it, you don't have it. And he goes, no, people self-diagnose all the time.
Oh my God.
And I started getting
That's
really
like
scared.
if you think you're crazy or not, like
Yeah.
the crazy person's
But
just
it's-
like, I am an ant.
No,
you know?
often right
Yeah.
before they slip into a full
I hate that.
schizo episode.
Well, you know, I don't think I've never really dealt with depression.
you
Anxiety.
deal with anxiety is depression.
No, it
right?
isn't.
I
It's
have anxiety
well,
too.
it's two
I have
different
a
things.
plethora.
Apparently some of the brain scans of anxiety and the depression brain, the result that happens to the brain is similar. So like they both look damaged in the same way.
Do you have a boyfriend,
Right.
or are you married, or a girlfriend, or whatever?
I have a boyfriend. And I also got a brain scan once, and they said it was unremarkable. So,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The most depressing thing ever.
yeah, I know.
It's like when I got a sleep study for that same reason, like believing there was going to be a real big reveal,
Like a breakthrough.
and it's
Like, oh my
devastating.
God.
Yeah, it's like the prayer for something to be wrong with you.
Yeah, I wanted
explains.
to do it so bad.
Well, you should
Zap it out of my brain.
You should get Jacqueline's book because it's actually a very funny book on how to live with depression.
That's awesome. I'm always down for a good read.
Where can you get it, Jacqueline?
You can get it all the usual spots. You know, the stores,
Amazon?
the onlines, Amazon.
Well, what's the name of the book?
It's called How to Weep in Public, Feeble Offerings on Depression from One Who Knows. And I'm also doing an event this Thursday. May I say it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's my Depresso Carnival. It's for the book release. It's going to have lots of exhibits and games and strange
Can you give
things.
away a free ticket to the caller?
It's
I don't know her
free-
name. I can't
It's
remember
free
her name.
admission.
Oh.
Where's it
See, I
at?
don't value myself.
Where's it located?
Put her on the list so she'll
Yeah.
go
Oh,
in
you
really
should
confident
reserve
and
yourself on the
excited.
list. If you go to the hashtag Weep in Public on Twitter, you will see things about the event. But it's at Villain in Williamsburg, Thursday, 3/17 at 8 p.m.
On St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I don't feel like it's the same crowd, like
No.
my weird cerebral event.
Yeah, I doubt it. I
No.
will not be partaking in St. Patrick's Day, so
Yeah.
I'll probably hit it up.
Well, I'm glad
That'd be
that you and Jacqueline set this call up before she came in. And
We you know, because what's your name again? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting.
Jenna?
Jenna, we never get female callers. That's how we know. That's how we know Jacqueline called you right before she was going in. Okay, call now.
I'm walking.
I'm walking.
well, listen. Good luck with your depression. Everything in life.
You're not depressed right now, are you? Are you in an episode?
Actually, I am in kind of a depressed episode right now, but I think I'm coming out of it.
Oh, can you give her any tips? Adjust the shower a little bit hotter
That's a
than
big
normal
tip.
if you're going to lie down in the
Yep,
shower, right?
That's a huge tip. Yeah, just because it's colder down there when you crumble, it cools down on the way.
Here, listen to me. I'll help you. I'm going to help you with this, really,
Oh,
because
God.
take your pants off.
Unfortunate.
Take your pants off for real. This is a technique.
I'm
they
at
off?
work.
Oh, all right. Then take your top off. All right. Well, good luck. Thank you for calling.
Thanks, no problem.
Definitely check out the book. More helpful there.
I just started following Bonnie and Vos on Twitter like 2 days ago.
Great.
Oh,
Oh.
One new follower.
You're about to fall into
Yay.
even deeper depression now.
thank you.
So we did get her in a genuine way. Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Jenna.
She sounded very sweet.
I'm curious if her boyfriend or friends or family around her knew if she was in a depression state. Like right there, she sounded fine. She laughed a couple times.
Are you curious about that?
Yeah. That's what the show's about, Rich.
Okay,
you
find that?
People.
Can we just?
Like, how do you?
I know we're just going to make the show annoying, but can we just back up for one moment because I've talked about this on the show before. The first time that I met you, Ben, and Jacqueline was there. Do you remember this, Jacqueline?
I've met Jacqueline before.
Okay, before that night,
yes,
we were in
Catch a Rising Star at Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Wait, is this?
Yes.
But I met her in Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, right.
Fucking years ago. You were like driving through and you did a couple spots.
Yeah, I was doing a guest spot tour.
Like
all free.
8 years ago. It was
all free to get into the
guest
clubs.
Spot tour.
To work my way into the clubs.
I remember that.
I had a couple of feature gigs, and a couple MC gigs along the way to sustain me.
Was that part of the tour? Were you still years later on the tour when we did Rhode Island?
Well, yes.
I was the guest spot tour then.
Well, no,
I was supposed to guest spot.
She drove all the way there to guest spot, but the MC didn't show or something, right? So you got to MC the whole weekend.
Never paid, though.
And never got paid.
And they
made her pay for all her food and drink.
Yeah.
They did that to a lot of people, unfortunately. That's why they're not there anymore.
I mean,
fucking assholes.
And, you got to speak out.
We were drinking pretty good that night.
Yeah.
And
you too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, she got a bill. And I was like, hey, she shouldn't have to pay the bill. And they were like, immediately like, no, that's how we do it here. And I was like, oh, okay. I backed off. So.
Yeah. But then Rich came in.
Rich, you didn't say anything?
He did. And it was a funny moment because it was funny because Bonnie understandably was like, oh, like I would do the same thing. But then Rich, it's so rich and it's so delightful. And it was like really one of those early Rich experiences for me where I was like, oh my God, like Rich has got my back and it's like the coziest thing in the world.
He's secretly the nicest guy.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but he didn't have your back. He hates that. He hates anything that's like unfair. So he'll fight for it.
I hear that.
It really had nothing to do with it.
Right.
He's not a big fan of you. He just hates the man and the system.
I don't want you to love him for the wrong reason.
Right. And I feel that, but it's still comforting while it's happening, even if it's just about.
What did he do?
Well, I don't remember.
He spoke up. And you went into that kind of like dogged look in your eye, kind of like, the bone look or whatever that they talk about. Dog with a bone. You kind of went out there, you kind of leaned forward into the wind, you know what I mean? And then headed out and looked for it and asked about it, pointing back at the green room, like, she have to pay, like.
And you didn't have to pay then. Did you? Did he win?
I'm not sure he won, honestly. I'm not sure. Again.
And then they didn't pay her for the whole weekend. And
that's why that club is closed.
Oh, it's closed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, no
longer
more.
drive out there for guest spots.
Because you know what? After a while, when you cut back, because when we first worked that club, remember the big hotel room? We had a big suite.
Yes.
Remember with it? I mean, it was like a big, gigantic suite.
Louis, does his mic sound too loud?
The place was packed. It was a great club. Then it gets worse. Then they start bringing in worse headliners, local, no middles, or you know what I mean? Just horrible. And then they cut back,
staring at me the whole time.
Next thing you know, there's just two ladies in a fucking wheelchair with an oxygen. It was a horrible gig, and it just closed. And now they reopened under the Treehouse. Reopened.
The Treehouse.
But you know what?
You won't get paid for that either.
But the club you're going to work, if you're going to work Rhode Island, work at the. If you're going to go there, the
Connection,
at Corey's place, because one, it's a great club, and he's one of the best club owners out of all of them. I'm not just saying.
Kurt Metzger was there this weekend.
Was he?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
I shouldn't say that about the Treehouse. I said you won't get paid from them either, but they always pay.
They always pay. I was rebuttal that.
I rebuttal it. Are you doing the dog with the bone look?
Oh, you struck it from the record?
I struck it from the record.
No,
they've got their problems, but not paying you is not one of them.
So we haven't seen you in years, Jacqueline.
We didn't get it. We didn't go through.
We've all heard it.
Okay, let's just hear one more time.
I hate this story.
Jacqueline, because we were doing the show, and then you waltzed in, and you were going to do a guest spot.
I was
the
cock of the walk at that place at the time.
I can only do 15 minutes. I've got to be somewhere else for another spot. And then was he doing his golf swings in the back?
No, I just had a memory that for some reason later I feel like
Oh, is it a set?
Do you guys play golf together or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not then. No.
Later. Yeah, I was aware of that because I remember thinking like, oh, trying to show Rich later, like my golf swing to be like, maybe, if I could play golf, like I come on the road with him or something.
That's how it works.
And Rich said my golf swing was like terrible. And, cause I used to go to the driving range. Really enjoyed it.
Hey, can we take this call from Pete real quick?
Okay. Everybody just don't talk.
Okay.
Pete, hello.
How are you? I cannot believe you were still married to that guy, Rich Vos. I cannot believe it.
I know. I thought he would be dead by now, Pete. I really did.
I cannot believe it. You're still married to Rich Vos.
Let me explain.
What a classic comedian. You're funnier than him.
Well,
Okay.
Pete, do you remember, though, after the first night I worked your club, you told me you're going to get funny?
I'm funnier than him.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I watched that specials you were on. I watch everything. You are a very funny lady.
Thank you,
Nice.
Pete.
You are a good mother.
Hold on. Pete, can I introduce you? You babbling Lebanese. Pete owns a comedy club in Cuyahoga Falls called the Funny Stop. And I've worked there. I worked for Pete maybe like 15 or 16 years ago when he owned another club. And I flew home to do The View that day. And I flew back and I worked Pete's club back then. And it was a different club. It was they put you in a room behind the stage and they locked you in at night.
Can I say something,
No.
Bonnie? He was really an arrogant person.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like the guy.
Nailed it.
I cannot believe it, how many problems he had in that club. And I did not book him for 15 years.
Oh, no.
When he came back, I was surprised how melon he was. Because he's still married to you.
Yeah.
You taught him how he's going to behave.
I've got low self-esteem, Pete.
Pete, the only reason
Does he own a comedy club or a pizza restaurant?
He owns a...
No, listen, though. His wife makes hummus. What else does she make?
That's that guy and my mother. I'm the funniest motherfucker around.
Yes, you are. You should be doing stand-up, Pete.
I am funny, but you see my problem. I like New York comic, New Jersey comic, Midwestern comic. That's what I like about comic. People interfere with comedian interfere with people. When you talk to the people a little bit, you make them feel welcome, and that's what I like about his boss. He goes up there and I bet you have maybe 20 hours of material because every show is different.
Every show is different.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
Can I ask you a serious question? As a guy that's from the Middle East, Christian Lebanese.
I am a Christian and Catholic.
Yes. Who do you support running for president? Who do you like?
Let me tell you one thing. And I've been in this country 35 years. There is nobody in all that field, Republican or Democrat, could be a president. Where's Ronald Reagan? Even where's Jimmy Carter, who was better than them? Where's George Bush Sr.? Even Bill Clinton is better than them.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to vote for a fee? You don't know what they're going to do, man. I'm a Republican. I like Republican because I like their foreign policy. That's how you're going to vote. If there is an election now in Ohio today,
yes.
How are you going to vote for Trump? Trump don't like anybody. He likes himself, man.
I know. Well, Ohio's a swing state.
Who then, Pete? Who?
Trump don't like anybody. He likes himself. Trump, if he win the election for the Republican,
I only hear like a third of what he says.
If Trump won the election for the Republican, it's a landslide for Hillary Clinton. He doesn't like black. He doesn't like Asian. He doesn't like Mexican. He doesn't like women. And he does not like anybody. There is not enough white votes to make him a president.
He's saying, I think, burn it to the ground. Just,
well,
no
you know what? I don't think that. After we hang up, I'm going to speak on that. Anyhow, listen, Pete. We're already tired of you.
Who's at your club this weekend?
Who's at your club?
I got from Los Angeles. He's at the favorite comedy store. Sam Tripoli and your favorite.
Oh, Sam Tripoli. I love him. What a great guy.
I got Sam Tripoli and I have Chad Zumach featuring with him.
You tell him we said hello.
Tell him we said hello.
Hey, I'm going to call you sometime. I'm good at politics.
Okay, well, listen, I'll see you in October and tell your wife I said hi and thank you. His wife makes the best hummus.
Call me when you want to work at the club.
Bonnie said call him when you want to work.
Oh, of course, yes, okay.
Let me tell you who's my favorite comedian.
Who?
female comedian, Tammy Pescatelli.
Oh, that's right. My friend Tammy Pescatelli.
Hallelujah.
I'll let her know. All right, Pete. I'll talk to you later.
That
Bye.
was the greatest political reference I've ever heard when he said, even Jimmy Carter is better than these guys. Yeah. I've never heard anyone say that ever.
Here's the thing about Trump. He's painted as a racist. He's like, you never heard before this that he was a racist or he was anti anything. I mean, he's a salesman. All right.
Yeah.
You only hear sound bites. You only hear what's going on.
He probably has more minorities working for him too than anyone in the country.
It's all sound bites. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying I'm a supporter, but I'm saying they're painting him as this. Right?
Well, the media hates him.
Yeah, of course they do.
Hates him.
Yeah. So does anybody that is losing to him. He's winning. So, of course, they're going to fucking trash him and do what they can to try to pull ahead. And I get a lot of my information from House of Cards. What I'm saying is...
As do I. I would vote for Kevin Spacey in a second.
But I think he's painted that way. And a lot of it is sound bites. You don't know what's going on before and after. And, unless you're there and you see, you don't know... if these protesters, which I'm sure they're getting paid from either the left or the right, you don't know who's doing
the ones
this.
that are starting all the fights.
Yes, they're not there. You don't think they're getting paid. You don't think they're hired. So it's all bullshit. It really is.
Okay, that was our political talk segment.
Political talk with McFarlane and Bonnie.
No, but every fucking comic on Twitter or Facebook is fuck Trump, fuck that Nazi.
Well, I try not to listen to any political talk anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to listen to it, but you can't help it. It seeps in. People are always trying to get you in a conversation. I say to people, I don't know anything about politics. But then that just makes... They want to see the light go off in their eyes. They've got a lie one.
Yeah, but here's
you vote for Jimmy Carter. Call in at 1-866-969-19.
People, if they don't like you, if they don't agree, he's Hitler. They always compare you to Hitler.
Yeah.
Never to Mussolini. Never to Charles
Stalin.
Manson.
Nice Stalin.
Yeah, how about Genghis Khan or no one.
Whoa,
always Hitler.
Richard.
What's that?
I believe he studied before he came to work today.
No, I'm just saying everybody. He's Hitler. He's not Hitler.
I think
you know
Hitler's
what I mean?
fun to say. It just feels good to say Hitler. It's like Hitler. It feels better. It feels like an insult.
Yeah, one lady's in the audience like this.
Wasn't he a socialist though?
Who? Trump?
Hitler.
Oh.
I mean, the national.
Something to think about.
He was an artist.
Well, absolute
we
power.
forget about that often.
Yes. And
Jacqueline Novak's unapologetic and original comedy is the kind that gives me hope in this business. Amy Schumer said that about her book.
Let me say.
Pretty good.
It's on the cover. My friends got her. She sent her book to a friend of hers, a famous friend of hers, and said, "Hey, can you do a quote for my book or whatever?" So the famous friend did a quote. She put it on the front cover of the book, and the friend called her and said, "Take it off the book."
Why? There's no pictures.
Because she didn't know it was going to be on the front cover. She said, "I didn't want it on the front cover."
Yeah. Well, I checked. I double checked.
Did that get cleared?
I checked specifically on that. Like I went back because for her.
Do you know her?
It could be on the front
her?
cover.
Yeah. From around the scene.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Are you still with your boyfriend?
Yeah. Still living together. Just, you know how it is. Us and the cats. Just living the dream in a tiny New York apartment.
Yeah, but you're working. You're doing a lot more clubs now, aren't you?
No.
What do you mean no?
Those early, that early sort of effort that you saw, the driving to Topeka and all that stuff, it fell away. Now my plan is, monster fame, then get the club dates.
Yeah, but I thought you were. Right. I thought you did
easier.
Do your own path.
Oh my God!
You did late night
rock venues mostly. I mostly do rock venues.
You did a late night show.
I don't believe in chairs.
Yes.
Which one?
Corden.
Gordon Lightfoot or whatever.
Yeah. James Corden.
And how did
you watch it, Rich?
No,
I watched it.
I don't watch TV.
It was terrific.
Thanks, Bonnie.
She said it was great.
And it's not TV though when you think about it, Rich. I mean, it's a video online of a huge moment in your favorite young comedian's career. This ain't TV. I didn't
people
expect
don't watch it on TV.
Yeah,
Who watches it on TV?
Yeah, I expected a special,
Well, I'm going to watch
I expected
online.
you to go search it.
I came and saw your thing
was great.
at the Creek and Cave. I sat through an hour when you did your CD taping.
He paid to see your
That was
CD
amazing.
taping.
Yeah, at Ars Nova. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't at Creek. Where was it?
Yeah. It was at this place, Ars Nova, which.
Yeah, and I had to pay to get in. So maybe that's why I stopped supporting you.
They give you no, they don't give you any comps over there.
Well, it was interesting because you paid to get in.
It's very nice.
You didn't care. You're a big act. You
I didn't
got
care.
a lot of money. But then we invited Jacqueline and her boyfriend to see us perform somewhere, and then we couldn't get free tickets, but we were going to get you tickets. And then your boyfriend said, "Oh, we don't believe in paying to see comedy."
What when we did our live podcast?
After Rich had paid to see Jacqueline.
Is he a comic as well?
Yeah. Wait, I don't remember what this was.
Wait, what was it? Where were we
I
at?
think we were dead broke.
Yeah, no, I don't expect them to
Sometimes
pay.
sometimes you're dead broke.
That day, I know that exactly.
Well, I mean, when
there are days when you are dead broke.
Really? I don't mind.
Yes, you fuck yes.
I don't mind about the dead brokenness. It was just a funny. It was just an ironic saying.
Weird because no matter what, hold on, let me say
here we go.
No, I can't no matter what, say
you need at least 100 cash.
You got to keep at least 1,000.
You can't be serious,
just in case of emergency.
There's no way there's 1,000.
Okay, great.
Right?
Have fun getting robbed when you leave the studio.
No, I mean, but I lived for a long time with
God, you don't know what time we're leaving.
No, I mean, you don't have.
It's terrifying.
This is what mitzvah money, by the way. He hasn't spent it. It's laminated, those
Can
hundreds.
you really be broke?
There are times, yes, Rich.
Don't have $5 or $10?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
Yes, because sometimes I sometimes am below. I'm sometimes over withdrawn and have to survive for a few days. It's gotten a little better recently.
But you have credit cards.
Having ice cube soup.
I was broke when I didn't have credit cards.
They were maxed out.
Never had ice cube soup Vos.
No.
Now I've got a little leeway on the credit cards back because I paid.
But wait a second. But did you make money on your book? You had to make money.
Yeah, but it's slow and it's taken years. So the book money was doled out pretty slow.
Yeah, they do it in thirds, right?
Yeah.
I just got my last check today.
Yeah. Your publication check.
McFarlane.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, Rich, you gave her a very backhanded compliment when you went, I even sat through your hour taping.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't
and he
feel like
threw
that.
a fucking in there, too. It was really that difficult.
She said I
had a wonderful time at your special taping. I sat through your hour taping.
It was good. We had a great time. Which
Jacqueline is a very,
She's
very funny comedian.
Creative?
Yes.
What?
He's giving you a nice...
Is that
is going to be the best you're going to get from...
Yeah, creative, funny. You create different than most comics.
You're an original thinker.
Yes.
I think that's what he's trying to say. Which is
I thought it was she's funny. And she's creative. Almost you couldn't say the word funny.
No, she can make potholders and she's
right.
No, I mean original thinker.
Yes.
You're like what's her name? Like Lynn Shockroff.
Yes.
Or you know what I mean? Just kind of absurd, which is great in comedy. I mean, maybe not at the Funny Bone in Kansas, but in a Lenny Bruce. You know what I mean? I was listening to some Lenny Bruce yesterday. I was listening to some, and I'm listening, and I didn't laugh. But I'm going, this is great stuff, and I didn't laugh. Isn't that weird?
I feel that. I kind of think draw a line around something, call it comedy.
the worst compliment.
I'm not giving a bad compliment.
I'm hearing all that, guys.
I swear to God, I'm not comparing him to you.
Remotely. I'm not offended remotely.
I swear to God, I'm
I
not
actually
being
think
mean.
laughter is honestly crass. Honestly, I'm to get laughter out of
do you
people.
want, polite clapping?
I'm done with that. I want stares and honestly, I really do feel bombing is where it's at.
Creative.
Bombing is literally where it's at.
Sweater.
And
you look like a girl that could
Rich
do that.
knows. Okay, one time it was great. My friend, remember with my friend Caperland when Rich saw her.
Yes.
See, and Rich.
What happened?
Caperland is very funny. You saw her at the stand.
You were hosting, I think, at the stand.
And she's got curly hair and and she thought she was doing 5 minutes. Or no, she thought she was doing 15, but she was doing 5. And she's just totally original. It's not the usual kind of thing. And you just kept turning around and looking at us with this sort of outrageous, you just kept turning around and looking and laughing at us, cause she's very different and very funny. And, the audience
she was
very,
not doing well.
She was, in a traditional club sense, not doing well, but she just sticks it.
But
and
then
Rich went up and just said, got news for you folks. That's a star. You know,
Sure,
she's going to be a
I remember the
star.
girl.
That's 100. You know, that she's a star. And it was.
And then
was
I told him,
lovely.
oh, she just had a New York Times article written about her yesterday, and he was like, oh, she's not that good.
Right.
No, I didn't.
No, because it's annoying when you feel like it's annoying when someone
when
they're an
he's
underdog.
propping her up.
Yeah, right.
Not the New York
New York Times.
No, I understand. You want to pull it back. You're like, she doesn't need me pitching her.
No,
to the
but
crowd.
when
Let
you
her-
see somebody, you can't go by the audience half the time because you could see.
Absolutely.
You can see brilliance in somebody that the audience just doesn't get it. They don't fucking get it.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, this happens to me
That's true with
all
everything.
the time. I'm on stage doing my bits, my jokes, and usually it's women. Sometimes it's men. I shouldn't draw gender lines, but they'll be like this. Oh my God! Like they don't get it on a level that they're like, what are you talking about? Like it's like, you've never read anything out of your total normal Facebook posts?
Yeah. Well, you know, I had a realization because I was thinking about why people get offended and like, because I never understand sort of being offended by, you know, that thing where it's like, you know, a rape joke or something, but it's not, you're not making fun of the victim or whatever. People just hear the word rape and freak out or like other things like that. It's like,
it's not about victims. It's about culture.
Right. Or culture, Bonnie, still pushing the rape culture, whatever, you know, but I realized, I think some people, okay, some audiences think if this is a comedy club and this is comedy supposedly, then anything you mention within that you are telling us is inherently laughable, not serious, you know, something to be laughed at in general. And it's like, that's not at all how I see comedy. Like to me, it's like, let's just get into this subject and like find weird, you know, what's interesting about it and like
I
kind
love
of
when
like
people
revel.
show up and don't want to be taken out of their comfort zone. Like you said, everything has to be where their Facebook posts are. Like that's the best part of live entertainment in general, is being taken into places you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I think
especially
for
walking in there.
comedians, we always put such an emphasis on originality. Like,
Not Ben.
when you're watching someone,
Using
that's
all
one of the
airline
things
jokes this
that
week.
is that, you know, that makes, when you think, I never thought of it like that, or even if you don't agree with them, you're like, what an interesting take on that subject.
But you could do any, you know, like you say, airline. If you have the most clever airline bit, or if you have the most clever, you know, people go in New York subways. But if your bit is so clever they don't see it coming, it doesn't really matter what the topic. But that's also too. That's for an observational comic most of the time.
Right.
When you're talking about something personal or how you see things, then you are pretty much original because you're giving your perspective and how you see things and your life. So you can't say when I'm talking about my life, hey, that's not original.
Yeah, you can't say
that's
that,
my fucking life. So go fuck yourself. So that's how I, you know, and there's different types. You know, a comedy. You know, I would watch. Or some of Patrice, and you're going, this is how this guy you know what I mean? You're going,
you got a real look inside his brain.
Yeah, you're going, well, you know Patrice when you're done with his, you know, when you leave, when you're done watching him, or you know.
His stuff was like super personal, but with an you know, he'd take something we can all kind of relate to, but really made it to.
Now, like when Ben talks about tampons in a girl's bathroom under her sink, you're going,
it's not at all.
Huh?
Why you do that?
Like 7 years ago, it was one bit,
my God,
and it was
Richard.
an original take on it. It was different.
I'd rather hear an original take on an old topic than an original take on a weirdo topic. Because then you've taken nothing and made something.
But Bonnie's really personal. I mean, Rich's, like the way he talks about Bonnie's ass or something like that. He's doing jokes about his wife's appearance. So original. I mean, just cutting.
I haven't done that bit in a while, but it is very cutting.
You did it the last time I worked with you.
No.
You still made a Jackie
him not
Chan
to
reference.
do it.
No,
at least update the Jackie Chan reference. Jackie Chan's face.
He goes, it's just funny. I can't remember the joke, but he goes, that's like getting into Fort Knox. I was like, really? There's nothing.
Oh my God!
Is that where we keep all our money still? That's where everything is compared.
Oh no! When I was in the fucking in Utah, the health club, like the hotel you had to cross to go to the health club, was the other part of the hotel.
Okay, we didn't care about the joke. We're talking about how your references are old.
I had to go through 4 locked doors to get to the fucking health club. 4 doors.
That's like Fort Knox getting in here.
I felt like Get Smart.
Name.
Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about.
See,
what's hard to get into?
Name 4 social medias and see if Rich knows them.
Reddit.
Do you know
Instagram?
Reddit is not a social media.
It doesn't count?
Yes.
Is it?
I don't know.
People
Tumblr?
on
Do you know
Reddit-
what Tumblr is?
Yeah.
What is Tumblr?
What happens to her when I push her down the stairs? Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah.
There you go.
Instagram.
Keep going.
No, but I bet she could name some that you don't. They've never even
I'm not
heard
sure.
of.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
I was like,
You're part of this.
the
this
big ones
era.
are the three. Those three. He named the big three to me.
Periscope is big for comics now. I'm not on it.
I haven't
Yeah.
done. Sometimes
I know what
think
Periscope is. Snapchat.
Ooh, yeah. Are you Snapchatting, Rich?
Yeah.
That's big.
Snapchatting your dick pics to Bonnie.
No,
but,
here, hold
but
on.
now they can
You
go
want-
public.
no.
Huh?
Raina downloaded Snapchat yesterday.
What? You let your... how old is she? 7?
No, I don't have a
Her
problem with
friends
it.
all have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Beast, no. Bonnie, no.
Well, she's
Wait.
not gonna like.
First of all,
No. Even Lewis, right?
No, it's fine.
more-
It's not like that anymore. When it first started, it was a little creepy.
Why? Like what? People can't just Snapchat her, can they? Isn't
Yeah.
it like a private?
Yeah, they can.
They could send
Kids
something,
have
but they can't.
friends or
It's not
something.
it's not a video chat. But someone I guess could send her
get her off it.
a picture of a dick that.
I'll talk to the
dissolves.
other moms because the other moms.
Although
all
it isn't,
have
it isn't as...
No,
I think
but
it's
the
more
other
of a risk when she's
sexual
13
driven
or
as it once
something.
was.
Right.
Prepubescent.
You got her
Are
on
you
Tinder
kidding
too,
me?
Bonnie?
Are you kidding me? How
that?
many fucking pedophiles?
Oh,
You got her
right,
on
sure.
Tinder?
But they can't.
She's on Tinder. She's on pedophile 1 and 2.
And
That's a good
she's
one.
the poster girl for NAMBLA this year.
Yeah.
Nambla.
But you
Aren't
just
they
said
mostly-
the same thing, you fucking ass.
I know, but when I heard it,
Nambla is
from
about
you.
boys, right? Just
North
men
American
and boys.
Man. No, it's North American Man Bird Love Association.
Bird. Oh, I always thought it was boy.
No.
Wait.
We're not for boys. We're for birds.
We.
Oh, I mean they.
Is that what?
It's a joke, right?
Yeah.
Do you think
I thought
anyone's
maybe
Oh,
tried
it
to
was-
get that as their license plate?
Nambla?
What, oh. But like, how
NAMBLA?
creepy of a person could you be that you would
Like, why would you think it was okay? Like, how could you?
Yes,
possibly?
I mean, okay, the fact that you're even into that is, I mean, how fucking disturbed you are. But then you're hanging with other people and
Right.
and you know what I mean? Like comics sitting around talking about clubs and stuff, and they're sitting around. How creepy! Like you just want to throw fucking battery acid on them.
I guess when they're hanging out with each other, though, they're not with the kid. It's better than them all off with the kid.
That's true. That's a good. Or those people that go to.
I thought she had a good point.
Those people that go to.
For
Like
Rich,
sitting
she
around
got a-
talking about it. Sitting around talking about it.
How about those old people that go to those conventions where they dress up like? Is it Teletubbies or?
Oh, like furry lovers and all that? The fetishists?
They dress up like
Furbies,
something. I don't think it's Furbies.
Comic-Con?
No, not Comic-Con. Those freaks.
fucking psychos.
Those fucking nutcases.
Lunars, the balloon.
I don't know.
fetishists.
I don't.
I'm just saying how these like you got to be so fucked up. As I was working at a club and they had a Star Trek convention in the club in the hotel. These fucking listen to me. Listen to me.
But people say it comes down to your like childhood, right?
With the fetishes, yeah.
So, with a fetish, something happened in your childhood. But I mean, I had a pretty fucked up childhood.
Yes, I don't have one fetish.
But-
I swear to God.
Yeah, yeah.
Richard,
Name a fetish.
do you want me to tell people?
Yeah. You
Oh
can
my
say-
God.
That's
About
not
the
a fet-
feathers in your butt.
No, that's what we.
Hey, don't judge a man
Oh, was
because
that
he
you?
likes feathers in his butt.
I got it mixed up.
I don't really have any fetishes.
Use it as a quill.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you know what I mean? I like chicken parm. I like,
No, fucking it. Is that wrong?
you know, who has, ugh.
I think
don't-
I think it's like it gets linked up. It's like they have a sexual experience and they're like while, in their jerking off in their mother's shoe closet. As
That's a fetish.
As a 9-year-old and then it's about shoes from then on. It's like very associative, I believe.
It's gross.
But I think you gotta be having really early orgasms then.
My daughter told me that a kid on the bus, a young kid on the bus, told her. Well, first he called her and her friend vaginas, which I thought was pretty funny. And
Most parents would be outraged going to the school. You're like, Raina, that's hilarious. Let's be honest.
we laughed about it. And but then he said that he goes, I know what a vagina looks like. My mom shows me her vagina all the time.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
I could have
I want to get in on
He
this.
could have been lying.
Is there
Yes.
a carpool thing that goes around when that big gets...
I yesterday I told Raina. Raina says to me, "Oh, I got a funny story. I got to tell you that happened at school." So I explained to her, I go, look, you don't set it up like that because then you have to be fucking
You have
funny.
to deliver.
I go, just say it like this. I have a story. And then if it's funny, people go, oh, that's funny. You go, yeah, you know. But once you set it up, I have a funny story. I said, you know, now you got to be funny. So she told me the story. I go, and I punched it up for her. I had to teach her to call her an ass.
Rich is now opening with it.
Rich, really, I mean,
What?
Don't make me say what we all know to be true, which is
What?
you're the worst storyteller.
Are you fucking crazy?
She has a natural ability to tell a story, and you're going in there and ruining it.
No, I'm telling her how to set
Make
it up.
sure you list a bunch of stuff they don't need to hear.
Oh my God.
Jacqueline, could you imagine being raised by these two? Could you imagine?
I like to get into that role.
You come home off the bus in tears because someone, little Tommy, called you a vagina.
No, she was
your
laughing.
Your
She
mom
was
tells you
laughing.
how it's hilarious. Then you can't wait to share with Daddy this great story, and you have, listen, sweetheart, all right? I just wrote for Chris Rock, so don't come in leading with this is a great story.
I was wondering about that. He's back. Honestly, I'd love it. One time, Bonnie made me a sandwich, and I ate it on their couch, and it felt fantastic. She made a sandwich for both me and Raina, and it was.
See,
there were some pretzels on the side. And
Bonnie cooked for me once too. It was glorious.
It felt good.
I don't know, we played golf and then went back to your house.
Can I just say
I
this?
gotta tell you a story.
Raina told me about a kid at her school that's always in trouble, and I go, what kinds of things does he do? She goes, well, one time he called this girl in my class a penis, which I thought was brilliant. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we calling other women penises? It's a great
right.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we laughed about that for a while. I was like, I gotta tell you, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And so that's why when she got off the bus, she was like, she goes, well,
wait till Mom
I don't know if
hears
it's as good, but I got called a vagina today. So she wasn't crying. She wasn't upset about it.
Yeah. That's she's one of them. She's not.
Yeah.
Are you two very mother-daughter, or are you getting towards best friendy?
Well,
you know how some people have that?
I used to do a joke about when she was a baby that we were best friends, and no one laughed at it.
Well, there's that thing about people who love to sort of brag that their relationships don't have boundaries, that they have an inappropriate relationship or whatever. It's it's always weird. I always thought it was weird when people don't fight with their parents.
No, we definitely, I lay down the law. There's bedtimes.
Yeah.
There's,
and they're between 10 and 2.
Yeah.
We are.
No, that's not true. Every night I go over her homework with her, read
we
her
have a martini,
before bed,
and then we pass out.
And then, no.
Sometimes Bonnie and I will attack her in the car. She'll say something dumb, and
we'll make fun of her.
We'll make fun of her.
We will bully the shit out of her.
Oh, my God.
All the way.
Does she laugh?
Oh, yeah.
She loves it.
She loves it. It's
Oh, my
a lot
God.
of attention.
I wonder if she's gonna
She's so
it's
But
ridiculous.
let me tell you something. She's not going to be one of these sensitive kids that,
I said to her yesterday, it was racist, but she was funny how she said it. When I go, she said something, I go, do you go yo, yo, yo like that when you get excited? She goes, I'm white. She goes, white people don't go yo, yo, yo. I go, that's kind of racist.
I don't like that.
I do.
No, Lewis is laughing. It's okay. I glanced over. He's loving it.
He doesn't speak for his entire race. Maybe it's fine with Lewis, but I need to ask the other 8 million.
Let me tell you what I did today. I just want the people, if you're listening, on my email or something, Facebook, something.
You don't have to say the people who are listening, because they either are or they aren't.
On LinkedIn. I never go to that.
You're saying it right. Remember, for so long he was going, link it in.
No, on LinkedIn. I thought people. I'm reading this thing.
Why do people keep asking me to join LinkedIn in?
No, I said at LinkedIn. Hold on, can I tell this?
The same thing.
It's constant.
So I went. For some reason, I was directed there through my Facebook or through my email. I did it through an email.
Okay.
So I thought all these people were requesting me to be, to take them on.
Yeah, it's very automatic on LinkedIn. They might not have meant to, Rich.
Well, no, but all of a sudden, these are writers, producers, big people. So I go, I clicked on something like 15 of them. Yes,
that's where the real business is happening.
Okay,
for show business.
Okay,
live.
Okay, you're listen. So I think I'm letting them become my friends, and I go, okay. Then I go back, and then I get these things. Thank you for.
Requesting.
I requested.
That's what I actually did today. I requested,
me. And that's how you got tricked too.
Yeah, I didn't request. I didn't request.
I know, and they might not have requested you originally. See,
yes.
It's like they're like it's. That's why there's constant LinkedIn spam. And everyone's getting tricked.
Everyone on the site has been tricked into being on the site.
Into inviting others.
My mother asked me to join whatever her on LinkedIn. And I was like, Mom, you're 78-year-old retired farm woman. Like, what are you doing? She goes, well, people kept asking me, so I eventually joined. It's like,
just to get in
Bonnie, I want to be part of your inner circle, eh?
It's kind of, they tricked me today. Yeah, they fucking tricked me. And now everybody thinks I want to be their friend or accept me. Go fuck yourself.
Using LinkedIn was just a back way to like break into showbiz. Like if you really used it properly, you got like your own show in like a week.
I know. It looks like, I'm waiting for the guy that they're like, he built it on, he did the entire career, he built the whole thing on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Like, gosh,
my mom's at 78. I just did the math. I'm sorry, Mother, if you're listening.
Do you think the nail salon girl comic made it from LinkedIn? Whatever her name is?
Nail salon.
Yeah. The one who's...
I'm afraid.
Did a real big bit on nail salons. And she became famous.
Oh, I don't remember.
I heard
Jenna
she's funny
Marbles,
now.
Right?
But I know I know who you're talking about. She's got a special on Netflix.
Yeah. What's his name used to open for her? Nate?
Bergazzi?
Yeah, he used to open for her all the time.
Oh.
What's her name? Cute girl, I think.
We obviously can't come up with it.
Yes, you can. Wasn't she on Mad TV? She sells out everywhere. Come on.
The gal that does the Asian woman on Mad TV?
You know what I like about Lewis? He's not Googling or anything. He's just
fucking useless. Look at...
Yeah, his hands
I have no idea who you were talking about. If there was something for me to Google, I would Google it.
He just gave you 6 examples, stupid.
You
He gave you Mad TV.
He's fighting
Nate
back
Bargatze's
today.
Opener, the nail salon.
Yeah.
How much more info do you need?
Nail salon comic.
Would you Google nail salon and then give us the name?
Yeah, she has a weird name. She's cute, good looking. I heard she's funny. What the fuck?
Weird
she
name,
had all
Lewis.
a million hits. Oh, fuck.
All right, let's move on, Rich. We're not
blonde or brunette?
Brunette.
Yeah.
She's a Hispanic, I believe.
No, Mexican.
Angie Johnson.
Yeah.
Angela Johnson.
Yeah.
Dang, Hagster.
She got big first from...
she used to work with somebody huge. I used to go on tour, not Joe Coy.
No, I thought she was on Mad TV, wasn't
it? Who gives a shit? Why is her name coming up? What is the point?
I don't know. There is no point.
Okay,
We're talking about fucking...
Guess what we're doing right now?
Social media.
We're doing a radio show.
I have a question.
Are we though, Bonnie? Are we?
Did you get a swag bag this year?
No.
What? No Oscar.
No.
Okay. And I didn't get a ticket to go.
What?
Oh, I got to tell you. When we come back from break, I'll tell her the story about the Oscars because I haven't talked about it yet.
On the radio?
Yeah.
I think we did.
Well, I'm going to fucking talk about it again, all right?
All right.
Is that okay?
We got some plugs. You ever fucking raise your voice to me because she's there? You're going to show off? Is that what you're going to do? Because Ben, the guy that loves you.
Are you going to play Helen Reddy?
No.
I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar? Because that's what you were like, well, there's 2 girls on the show. I better. I don't want to.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Miss Attell.
Need to exhibit my dominance.
You're a professional comedian.
That's
for
what he does. He goes,
that's your comeback.
Yeah, when people go, what do you do at the end?
No, never mind what I do. You think about what you're doing.
Think about what you just did.
See, the love in Rich's eyes right now is actually profound. Like,
no, I know it's gross.
I saw it as like deep, like love, like the twinkle, like in the man's eye, like still loves her after all these years, and like almost like looks like vaguely aroused over there.
I want to ask a personal question.
He loves it.
Well, I will answer your personal question, but for a second, it is a little bit like a man who like. He hits his wife, but she like keeps getting up. He's like, oh, look at her.
Oh yeah. That's like why he respects her.
Yes, look at.
Because
I'm fighting back. Yes.
When he busts your balls, it gets under your skin, and he gets like this, and he's giddy. Does that ever lead to any bedroom stuff? Is that his move?
No, it's never led to.
Oh, it doesn't.
I can't
because it drives me nuts that he will poke, and then when he gets me, when I'm actually like genuinely angry, he almost like it's almost like he's walking on a cloud. Yeah, he floats out of the room.
Right now, he looks a few inches.
Crazy. What's wrong with you that you would think that?
He levitates ever so slightly.
I tried to cuddle with him last night.
Oh my God.
Give him a little love, and he can't. He looks away. He's like, "What's over there on the floor?" He can't handle. He's like, "Oh, there's something going. Is there somebody at the door?" And he tries to pull away.
No, you get too touchy.
Oh, really?
I bet you're
busting your balls is a guy thing, though. We love doing that.
Didn't I come up in
our gals?
My God!
Listen, shitting on them, and if they can take it, they're a keeper.
Didn't I come up and hug you today and grab you? in the hallway upstairs by the bathroom, remember?
You came one time into the kitchen and you hugged me from behind and grabbed my boobs.
No, today I grabbed you and said,
I go like this right here, and I go, don't, I'm fat. He goes, not right here.
Oh my God.
Not these fat titties.
Did you mean this is a nice spot on your body, or did you mean like you're flat or something?
No,
no, it was like exactly,
yeah.
No, it was exactly the
was
wrong
the joke
thing.
I concur. Bonnie has great breasts. Wait, what?
What?
What? Nothing.
First of all,
He only saw them once.
When are you most attracted to Rich? Because I have a theory.
When I'm on the road.
When I feel, honestly, like sometimes I feel bad for him.
But then you find it attractive?
And then he gets some.
But when you, not even when you give it up to him, you know, through pity or something, but when are you like actually like, oh my God, like, you know, when do you feel legitimately attracted to him?
When they're hanging at the cellar and everyone's shitting on Rich. That's when Bonnie loves him the most.
No, I love him when he's shitting on everyone. I love Rich when Rich is on top and he's being funny. And when we're in a situation, sometimes he'll just say something so funny. You remember? Oh my God, I wish I could retell it.
The prize.
Is it long enough since something really bad happened? And the very next morning he called me from where he was at and he said something.
About what are you talking?
Can I say it? It's so...
What? No.
Has enough time passed?
Wait, just write it. Let me see it.
It has to do with this person.
Oh. No, don't.
Oh, that's too bad. But it was like... Sorry.
Bonnie was pointing at me.
Well, no, don't say that.
Oh, okay. But it literally made me laugh for like half an hour. It was so terrible.
All right, we got 2 minutes to break. Do some plugs.
I'm going to be at the Stanhope House somewhere in New Jersey.
In Stanhope, New Jersey.
April something. April 14th or April 15th. Okay, go ahead, someone else.
I am at the Joke Joint this weekend in Houston, and my schedule is up at benhaig.com, completely updated finally. But the Joke Joint this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Houston.
Jokesnovak.com, Novak, all the info. My Depresso Carnival this Thursday, 3/17 at Villain in Williamsburg. #Weep in Public for all the info.
Oh, that'll be cool. And this weekend, Thursday through Saturday, I'll be at Magooby's outside of Baltimore. And the place you just said, what was the name?
The Joke Joint in Houston.
They have one in Minneapolis, and I'll be there.
Great rooms.
I'll be there the 28th and 29th of April, the Thursday, Friday. Saturday, I'm doing a private event. So it's in St. Paul. The one. Have you ever been to the one? What's the name
but I
of
think
it?
you're right. The Joke Joint, it is in St. Paul.
I'm having you say that because I would slur it. That's why I'm having you say it. So I'm there. The April 28th and 29th, the one outside of Minneapolis or St. Paul.
That's good for you. I'm at the Stanhope House.
Let's just keep plugging.
Wednesday, the 20th, April 20th. And also, get this book, How to Weep in Public, Feeble Offerings on Depression from One Who Knows by Jacqueline Novak. Get it at an indie bookstore or Amazon.com. And I read an early version of it, and it's fantastic. She's an amazing writer, very funny. So
I
get
agree.
that book.
And next week, the 25th and 26th, I'll be at Catch a Rising Star in Princeton, New Jersey.
Okay.
That's still open?
Just hang out.
We'll be back.
Okay, we'll be back after this break.
My Wife Hates Me is back.
Instead of Tiny Dancer, say Tony Dancer.
So joyful.
I've never heard that. Was this what? Was it
Mark Cohen came up with that?
Philadelphia Freedom during our first kiss. I always forget, Bonnie.
Please, not in front of... I mean, you can't hear, but...
Welcome back to My Wife Hates Me with Rich Vos and Bonnie McFarlane.
I just want to get to the Tiny Dancer part. Jacqueline's talking to herself.
Takes forever when you wait for it, doesn't it? Here it comes.
Tony Dancer.
It is funny. Bonnie, what's your favorite Elton song? I want to get to know you.
Still not
No.
Fuck you.
Welcome back. It's My Wife Hates Me live. Except we're not really live right now.
They don't know that.
Nobody knows that.
We usually are.
I'm Bonnie McFarlane. My husband, Rich Vos. If you like marital bickering, this is the show for you. Tonight's guest, Jacqueline Novak. Funny comedian and also funny author. You're tackling a taboo subject in the comedy world, depression. Jacqueline, how do you make that funny?
Well, it's about pain in life, and struggles and being open.
Pain, that's our bread and butter as comedians, am I right, honey?
You got to. You got to mine it.
Did you guys plan this on the way to the bathroom?
We were like, oh my God, okay, I'll pretend like I'm a real radio person.
How come no one's calling?
I don't know.
We need some calls.
It's 10
maybe
after 5.
Some depressed people can call and reach out. I've been a radio listener where, I used to listen to those healing shows and those guru shows.
Oh, really?
Did you really?
Oh, I love it. And
Ben,
occasionally called in. Never got through.
That was you never got through? Genuine. It came off very douchey, but that was genuine. Like, really? Like, I didn't know people did that. I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
I was not remotely upset. Like,
I've never
I didn't
seen
even
you
blink.
Passionate ever.
How come Ben doesn't Ben look more like a terrorist?
Yeah,
we're talking about Jacqueline right now.
Look at the bags under your eyes. What the fuck?
I'm fucking tired, man.
You look like a fucking Middle Eastern heroin addict.
You do.
You guys are so mean.
I think it looks like...
I either walk in and
Don't
Rich
ever
says
wear
how handsome I am or how ugly I am.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Because there's no in between with you.
This is true.
You're like one of those guys that...
Yeah.
You ever talk to someone... Sorry, I'll get to you. But you ever talk to someone in the shadows and you're like, they're gorgeous. And then they come out of the shadows and you're
that's
like...
so mean.
Oh my God.
That's a funny Seinfeld episode, actually.
Listen, I've been that person in the shadows before. Someone's been talking to me.
At our wedding.
Bad lighting on the porch.
And I've come out of the shadows and I've seen the look in people's faces where they're like, whoa.
Ben, did you kiss a guy?
No way.
Bad lighting on the porch.
Impossible.
Listen, you can do all the creams and the lotions and everything that you want, but really what it comes down to is good lighting. They need to invent little lights that you wear on your shirt that...
I used the eye cream today, too, so that's even more insulting that I look
did?
like shit. I've been tired.
Was your eye cream like...
I did have...
what does it say?
Charcoal.
What does it say on the front? Look more like a terrorist.
Yes. You're going for that Dracula look.
George Clooney meets ISIS. Never mind.
Oh, really?
Really? You just called him so...
Yes.
Wait, what was the George Clooney part?
Just relax, everyone. Let's continue,
just that's
Jacqueline.
what you look like.
So I'm going to need this depression book after this fucking show. So
his forearms look awfully similar to George Clooney's forearms.
Same fingernails.
Right. You just meant you look like Clooney.
No, same fingernails.
Yeah, no, you were saying
it was one of those.
I've gotten it before.
If your eyes are any darker, you look like Cooney.
Richard. No. No. It is 2012. No.
Oh, I can say that?
No.
At a Trump rally, I could.
I thought that was the last name of like someone, and I didn't know who it was. It was like a political
from the 40s.
A political figure.
Well, Bill Cooney.
If you want to look up, you could say things that you don't even know that are racial slurs.
Oh, yeah.
You probably say stuff all the time. Like
No
picnic is a racial slur.
Picnic?
I had to look at
see my eyes
No,
now.
it isn't.
I think it's the lighting, you fucking asshole.
It's not.
Wait.
Picnic is not a racial
I don't
slur.
look
Wait, do you mean like the origins of the term?
I looked it up once. Not the term picnic, but I looked up like racial slurs, things that you don't, because you say like, oh, you've been gypped. That's a
Right, because it's
gypsy, which I didn't even realize gypsy was an actual. I thought that was like a funny thing that from movies and and
like
Grimm's
a character,
fairy tales and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Real.
You know what eggplant means?
Yes, unfortunately, I do.
It means that you don't eat red meat or you're a vegetarian. So you. Ugh, I hate myself.
I thought you were going to go with like, it means you're going to have diarrhea.
Why? Does eggplant give you diarrhea?
No, I don't know. I just thought
I don't do that kind of humor. You know that. You've never heard me do that.
Humor.
Potty
that was
humor?
very Trump.
Yeah.
That was very Trump.
potty humor.
I don't really either.
It's gross. It's stupid. I've talked.
It's life. It's the world.
I'll talk about
in
hot
which
loads on your back. I'm not going to
No,
talk
I
about
know.
toilet
I
humor.
hate. You know what I hate? I wonder if you ever get this. Someone calling sex material potty. You ever hear that? Someone you and your potty mouth, and it's like, or potty humor, and it's like, oh, excuse me, like. Them collapsing that in as bathroom humor is infuriating.
The worst, I hate when I'm watching
They have a fetish. Am I right?
When I'm watching a movie or a TV show and they show someone going to the bathroom, number 2. Why? There's no reason for that.
I never enjoy that either.
There's no reason for
I also don't like
for that scene.
gas
Unless,
passing. I don't like farts in films.
Yeah. No, well, I don't.
What about The Sopranos
even
when
like
the
the
guy
word.
died on the toilet?
That's
Very integral.
I don't
like
remember
it.
that. I don't remember.
But it wasn't
one of the
about.
guys.
It wasn't about.
There's
Bada
no
bang.
reason they should show.
I don't want to
anybody
hear
going to
sound
the bathroom.
effects. I don't want to hear sound effects.
I don't don't need to see someone going in there. What you know?
You know what I don't see enough? Women putting tampons in.
Thank you.
Movies.
I've never freaking seen it.
Never seen it.
I would love that.
No, I completely.
Or taking one out, even better.
Even better.
Just
wait, I feel like I've seen that.
Netflix
really?
suggests
Wait, suddenly that's cueing something. That's cueing a memory.
There was a band that used to like pull them out and throw them in the audience.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Pull them out of themselves?
Yes.
What was that?
Bloody tampons.
No,
they only
didn't.
performed 1 week a month.
No,
they really, they really did. They were punk.
You know what would be really punk? Pulling a dry one out because it hurts.
Oh, it hurts.
It hurts. It's
That's
the
why I
worst
don't like
feeling.
putting one in when I'm not 100% sure.
What was the band that went to jail in Russia?
Oh yeah,
Was it them?
the
Kitty
Pussy
Pussy
Riot.
something.
Pussy Riot.
Oh yeah.
Was it
that
them?
it?
Did
It
they
sounds-
fire
No.
tampons?
No.
Dirty Kitty was a band.
I don't know who
they
did
fire
it.
vaginas
If
into
somebody
crowd?
knows, please call in.
If
Our
we-
next
if-
show.
if we have a producer,
It's not against the law.
hold on.
What did that? Shouldn't that be against the law?
Did you
Pussy
Google
Riot.
it, Lewis?
Pussy
They were
Riot.
supposed
Pussy
to
Riot.
use the tampon scene in 50 Shades of Grey. So I think you're right.
Oh,
And they never
he-
did, didn't they?
I
Does
never
he
saw the
pull
I
it out?
never read the book. I don't know the.
I mean, me neither.
Because I think he.
Stop it, Lewis.
One time, my friend in high school like hooked up with this guy, and it was like huge deal. She's like, "No, I have my period," and like he was like laughed, and then like took with his teeth the string, ripped it out and tossed it to the side like a
That's intense.
like a lion
it's
throwing
really
a bone.
just some kind of protein from your body. It's just a little bit of blood.
I was with a girl.
It's not that bad.
I don't mind that time of the month, but the teeth, pulling it out with the teeth is a little intense. I usually say, well, do the best you can to freshen up. I'll throw a towel down.
No freshening up.
We'll get after
That's
this like
unacceptable.
adults.
It's not. No, that's not sexy. Freshening up is not sexy. Okay, that's why I appreciated that story because it's that guy going like, I'm not afraid to get in there.
I was with a girl
Anyway,
once,
sorry.
and she had the string, and I pulled the string, and her head popped, and confetti came out. That's one of my oldest bits.
I would have laughed, if I hadn't heard it 15 times already.
I probably did that when I was like fucking.
Why aren't you slipping in your tampon pit right now?
I think that was part of it.
Right.
I don't get girls that don't do it on the period. Like, I have a shower.
That's
gross.
gross.
I own hot water.
See, again, you're obsessed with the freshening, though. You're obsessed with the cleaning.
Afterwards, you're not going to sit there like I pretend I'm just getting
I like a man to sit there with his hands like this, like he's just had surgery done.
Oh my God. After I have regular sex, I go wash myself down, more or less.
Well, I would. Bonnie, what are you?
Rich and I had sex right after the baby was born. He crawled right up there.
Oh my God!
I still had afterbirth hanging out of me.
I was just say use the afterbirth as lube.
Oh,
is this what we're doing right now? This is where the show has gone.
Oh, that's gross.
How quickly does afterbirth?
Okay, but can I just say this?
What?
There are reports, and you can Google this, Lewis, if you're listening, of women that have had orgasms while having a baby.
Orgasmic birth.
Really?
Yep, orgasmic
Then
birth.
what are they bitching about all the time?
Yeah. Didn't hurt, did it? But then, can you imagine if you're like, you can only have something as big as a baby?
Oh, you're absolutely fucked. Your wife's joining every bowling team in the county.
Why bowling?
Because let's shove a bowling ball up
Oh,
there.
a bowling ball.
Come on, keep up.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that.
Really? Because
that's the quickest way to get the large object would be to join
she
the
couldn't
bowling
just buy
team.
her own ball. She has to
Exactly,
join the team. I don't understand.
It's funnier if she's
She has to,
the team.
there's a montage first of her learning to bowl.
She always comes home with her hands all chalked up. That's how you know she just came. That's what they do, right? She buys one of those gloves.
Because I think it's, I think because I just thought of a baby doll. There's other things that are more shaped like the baby. So I think what's going on for you is the classic, thing that women always would say is like, imagine a bowling ball coming out of your penis. That was always what people would say.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? A kidney stone is almost as painful.
I'm sure.
Say. I had a kidney stone, and it's probably.
I've heard that's bad.
They say it's. I mean, I had it.
I've had chlamydia. That's not fun either.
Oh.
But that's just a little burning when you pee.
But to get something out of you.
Are we sharing everything right now, or is it just me? I feel like you guys really left me out on the ledge there on that one.
On chlamydia?
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to remember what chlamydia is like and why it's painful and all that kind of stuff.
I've got AIDS.
All right, Bonnie, welcome to the party. Rich, now it's your turn.
I was going to say.
Just keep one-upping each other. SARS.
Oh, wait.
You can break the baby's arm if you
By
have
the
to.
way,
Just get it
more
through it.
things
There's a million
happen
things.
in the hospital, guys.
Yes, because there's more people in the hospital.
The number one cause of death is hospitals.
Because
more people die in hospitals than
that's
any
where they
other
go.
place.
You're
Yeah.
right. You know what?
But they say caused where it's like literally they would have been fine.
Yeah, and how
I have
many?
a very good friend that's a midwife.
But if you're comparing that to how many
Enough
people
with
have
your
lived in
fucking midwife
hospitals,
bullshit. Okay, we're on to
How
something
many-
else
No,
now.
we're not. We're still on the middle.
No, yeah, it's just sort of interesting.
that people die in the hospital. Yeah, because it's a numbers game. Of course, people are going to die in a hospital.
It shouldn't be a numbers game at the hospital. They should have a better grasp on healing people.
Look, here's the deal. It's going to be 50-50. All right? These are just stats.
listen.
You know, sometimes they leave
I just
things
lost
in
someone
you.
this afternoon, so I feel like you got a good chance.
Wait, what did they leave in this one? This one person.
Sponge.
Yeah, no, a big cloth in this person.
Yeah, how
and-
do you leave that shit in somebody?
Hey, I forget my keys.
Yeah, it becomes part of the environment. You stop seeing it. You've been working in there so long, that just starts to take on. It's covered with blood, probably.
They're tired.
Yeah.
They're
It was a
doing heroin.
junior mint.
Yeah. You know, a lot of doctors do the drugs of the hospital.
Yeah, nurses are, well, not all
Okay.
nurses. Let me clarify by saying not all nurses. But nurses love to party, and they get into the old prescription stuff that's left
Really?
around. Oh, God, I didn't know this.
Well, because they have such
Until
long
I started
shifts,
partying
too.
with big-titted nurses. And they are fun.
Rock stars.
School teachers as well.
Same with rock stars.
True story.
School teachers,
teachers?
what?
School teachers and nurses are huge party animals. Not all of them, but a good amount
But
of
you
them.
just keep doing it. Like,
Yeah.
and cashiers, receptionists
Yeah.
also love to party.
Yeah.
Bonnie, they don't have the money
authors
to party.
on
They don't have the money
depression,
to party properly.
Blimp pilots.
Blimp pilots love to. Big-titted blimp pilots love to party.
Hey, any of you guys ever
Big-titted.
fuck a big-titted
Big-titted.
blimp pilot?
Okay.
Oh, Marital, these things they do.
Big-titted.
Circus clowns.
No, they do not.
They don't.
No, they spend too much time taking their makeup off.
Athletes.
But you've been watching Baskets, everybody? Huh? Yeah, it's
Have you
hilarious.
seen
Started it.
How fucking funny is fucking Louis Anderson?
Louis
you turn it on
Anderson.
for Louis Anderson.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so
And
funny.
I love how they just decided not to have him act as a woman or anything. Just,
Just
Louis
be-
Anderson
with a wig.
comic genius.
He did
But I
it.
experienced her as a woman.
Yeah, me too. I don't have
Completely.
any problem with it.
yeah.
And
so funny.
he did an interview on Fresh Air. I know you're not big on NPR with Terry Gross. And it was so great and
my God.
enlightening. And he's just a guy he's been doing it for so long and he'll just tell you anything. He's honest.
Oh my
it's
God.
fantastic. So you should listen to that. You
Is-
like
I-
Louis Anderson.
I heard he's a big gambler, but I'm. To me, doesn't mean anything.
Well, thank you for bringing it up, though, so you don't have anything to say about it.
No, but I like it. I like him for that.
Did
But,
you ever struggle with gambling addiction?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still does.
This morning.
God, I did this year.
What?
This year.
On football?
I made a promise to quit this year.
Why don't you do that with
I
comedy?
was awful this year. Because on occasion I have some winners on the old stage.
That fucking the fact. Here's the deal. You knew Denver was going to cover, and you didn't know they were going to win. You knew they were going to.
I got smashed in that game.
We'll
I
get
got
back to
everything.
something in a
the
minute,
national
Jacqueline.
championship game. Everything. You know what a teaser is, obviously,
Yes.
right? Which is almost impossible to lose consecutive teasers. Like a lot of them. I lost 11 teasers in a row, and that's where for you guys that don't know anything about gambling, unless you do, you can change the spread 6 points either way.
points.
And I still lost fucking 11 in a row. That's nearly impossible.
I just want you, however long you guys do this, we're going to do WNBA talk after.
I can't wait to get involved. Phoenix
Anyhow.
Mercury always cover. Take you
Tina
over to
had her
Phoenix Mercury.
period, and it was insane.
I'm going to tell you though, Louis Anderson is brilliant. Now. So is Zach. I mean, Zach is
Let's
funny.
talk a little bit about addiction, your gambling addiction specifically, and then we'll go into some more.
I really don't have a
I feel
game.
like I'm doing a leading people. You do have a gambling addiction. He gambles. He can't.
What the
He
fuck is
always
that?
has to like place the scratch offs.
No, I don't play those anymore.
Oh God, we're gonna
I
lose our
stopped there.
house because of
Yeah.
scratch offs.
Why? I won 1,000 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but
Really?
whenever you say you won, in my mind that means like the thousands
Oh.
and thousands that you've lost.
No,
I remember
haven't.
you doing one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those seem fun. Because there's a quick, there's a
instant
thrill. There's a
gratifi-
quick thrill. Even
Yes.
if you don't win, you get hope for the 5 minutes before you buy it. That's
You know-
Is
what
that
you're
what you're addicted
That's
to?
what you're
the
paying
hope?
for.
Okay, here's the deal. I quit gambling. I don't gamble on sports. That was the big one. That was my big downfall.
I called you very recently, and you didn't answer the call. And then when you answered the call, I was like, "Where were you?" Not in a way that was like, "Where were you?" I just was like, "Where were you?" And then you copped to it. You're like, "I was in a casino."
Well, I was driving home from Harrisburg, okay, and I never stopped at the Sands in Bethlehem. I wanted to check it out. So I went into the
check it out.
I wanted to see. I heard, because it's right by. It's not far.
I heard there was some big-titted blimp pilots there.
So I stopped there, and I was playing craps, and then I saw that the reason I left because I didn't want her to think I was in an accident, and I was up 100 or 200, and I left and I walked out.
See, I remember you told I saw you or something after, and you told me that do you gamble normally or no?
What do you mean?
In general, because doesn't it all kind of fall under your addiction?
Before we got married, he quit gambling.
I quit gambling for 10 years.
Okay, so what made you think now is okay? Or it was
so
just,
you're not in recovery from gambling. You are.
I
you're
never was
able to have right. Because you never felt you were that deep.
But don't you think that would lead to something else? Like, say you lost a lot of money, and then you're upset, and then it would lead to drugs. No?
Well, anything.
He's playing on the tracks.
No, here's the deal with drugs and alcohol.
I agree with.
Well, here's the deal with drugs and alcohol. If you want to drink or get high, if you want to more than you don't want to, it doesn't matter whether you gamble or whether you're having a great day. You'll get high. Okay. Right now, in my body, the desire to not drink or get high is much stronger than desire to. Yeah. Although the other day, and this is true, my drug of choice was crack, which people know, cocaine, freebase. And the other day I was eating macadamia nuts, and they look exactly like rocks of coke. And I'm sitting there, and this is 30 years clean. I'm going, wow, man, can you imagine if this was all fucking freebase?
Macadamia nut, that was my last night's crossword, and I couldn't get it.
Anaphylactic coma.
But I'm going, can you imagine if you had this much freebase? And in your head, you're thinking like a drug addict.
Yeah.
And I got 30 years clean.
See, I feel like drugs, alcohol, sex, and gambling is all kind of under that same umbrella.
See, it's you. It's just
someone's getting defensive.
No. It's just all a symptom of you, whether it be drugs, sex, alcohol, food, spending. And me, I'm an addicted person. Right. I'm not completely recovered. In life, I buy stuff that I don't need. I admit it. I buy golf clubs. I buy fucking sneakers. I don't need it. I mean, that fills an empty void.
Yeah, we got to fill. I mean, it's more like, as long as the more you can diversify your addiction, the less any one addiction destroys you. So you eat a little too much, maybe. I mean, not you. Me, food is huge. But, I like to order stuff on Amazon Prime now. It comes within an hour. Like, something about that to me.
What do you mean comes within an hour?
So in New York City, the Amazon will deliver. They have a whole, a large selection of stuff. It's not everything at all, but I'll order something off there rather than order Amazon Prime, which comes in 2 days, because of the thrill of getting it in an hour. So
Can I do that in Jersey?
I don't think, not Prime Now in Jersey. It's only in a few major cities.
You stay in a hotel.
There's some Prime in North Jersey, but not where Rich is.
Okay.
They're trying to build a facility to help us out, Rich.
That is awful
now,
that you just told me that, Jacqueline.
Here's the thing.
But the sprinkling.
That's insane.
Okay, now, they're buying sneakers or food or any of that or clubs or golf.
Imagine getting it in an hour.
That's not going to kill me. The drugs and alcohol will kill me. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I have to keep in check.
Exactly.
That's why I still go to meetings. That's why, because that's what I really have. Because when you pick up a macadamia nut and go, wow. And that reminds you, it keeps your memory green, and you go, I am a drug addict. Okay? So that's what you have to stay on top of. Yeah, I could go and lose $20,000 at a crab table. If I drink or get high, that means because I wanted to. It has something to do with losing that $20,000. Because I could win $20,000 and go, wow, this is great. Let's go drink and get high.
Okay, let's just talk about the gambling then.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You get
Can we focus? Because I would just like to know then, if you told me that you were a compulsive gambler and you needed to stop, and one time you called me upset that you were at the craps table, I said, walk away, you didn't want to, then you did. And then you said, that's it, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, that was years ago, right?
Years ago, before we got married. And then slowly...
I got 10 years clean then.
And we went to a wedding once where they gave a scratch-off thing at everybody's...
That was
place
ours.
setting.
Wasn't that our wedding?
No, that was not at our wedding. And you wouldn't scratch yours off. I said, you're not even going to do that. And you're like, it's gambling and it's called standing on the tracks or something like that. Playing on the tracks. That's what you told me.
Is that an addiction term?
Quit talking like Betty Davis.
And then you said to me. So then you didn't gamble.
Yeah.
Then you started playing lotto.
Pick 3.
Pick 3, whatever it was. Then over the years, it's gotten painfully obvious that you're addicted because you can't drive past 7-Eleven without going in and getting your pick 3s, getting a couple of scratch offs.
I get you one too.
You do it so much that one time I said, no, you're not, I'm not going in for you, and you lost your mind at me. Do you remember that? When I wouldn't take the thing in? Because I was like, I don't know how to do it and I don't feel like doing it.
Jacqueline.
I would do this for you!
Would you consider this diversifying the pick 3 in terms of because it's just a little thing? What are those tickets? $2 a day or something?
No, here's the thing. They're substituting addiction.
Is that an okay sort of substitution?
No, there's not.
So without it leading to crack, so maybe it'll never lead to crack, okay? But is it leading to us not having any money?
No.
Because also you were always like, oh, that money had to go for taxes and stuff.
I'll show you the account where all the money goes.
Is it?
The money I spend.
I'm putting my money into a separate account and then.
The money I put, and your money goes to fucking guilt. What do you call it? I'm going to tell you something. The money
it's GILT. It's a great website. Guilt.com. I love it. Get it on your phone.
Listen, I've been in casinos where I haven't played. I've played. I've lost. I've won. I've walked away. Yeah, I'm not. I don't bet on sport, and I'm not rationalizing. Yes, I gamble. Okay, but I'm not rationalizing. I don't bet on sports like I used to.
That is rationalizing.
No, I'm saying what I do and what I don't.
I saw you watching a football game a couple of weeks ago.
I watched because it was the playoffs.
I was like, "What's happening?"
No, I don't bet on sports. I don't even have a bookie. I don't know where to go bet on sports.
I'm going to give you my guy's number.
No, right. No, because like you said, I lost 12 out of 13 games once. I lost 12 out of 13. I don't
know what to believe.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you.
He told me as a sober person one time what the truth was, and now that he's back in gambling, he's telling me another story.
What do you mean? I'm not telling you another story. I don't bet on sports. I don't play.
I wouldn't do a scratch off because you said I can't do it. I'm a compulsive gambler. I can't do a scratch off. And then
maybe I put that label too early on myself.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I don't want to go to Overeaters Anonymous. Okay, because I'm afraid. I'm not committed. I might want to. I don't want to go to an Overeaters Anonymous.
You don't need to go to Overeaters Anonymous,
Bonnie. but I don't want to go because then I don't want to. I'm not committed to not using food as a drug. So then I'm in the neighborhood Italian restaurant and the people from the meeting go by and they see me eating pasta in the window.
Right when you said
horrible.
That's funny. Right when you said that, my friend texts me and goes, "Do you want mustard or hot mayo on your sandwich tomorrow?"
I thought you could say on your back.
Why is he what is that about?
Bob always brings sandwiches when we play golf.
Oh my God.
I used to bring the sandwiches.
You're not allowed to use the terms that I need to use.
What's that?
To talk about you and your buddy.
Rich, do you want hot mayo on your back again? On your sandwich again?
What is the bigger problem? Okay, so addiction, though, is usually people with depression. Is that true?
Well, I was thinking when you're...
not asking you, fuckface.
I was thinking when Rich was saying about...
No,
it doesn't matter.
You fuckface, Jacqueline.
And I loved it. I was thinking when you were saying about addiction, it doesn't matter about the 20,000, you win 20,000 or whatever, you're an addict, it's the same thing. That's similar to me. That's the understanding of depression. It's it is, a clinical depression in the traditional sense, is very much divorced from, circumstances in your life and can really just come on and that's a point of confusion for people. Cause then they're like, what? Oh, you're depressed. Your life is fine. Listen to all the bad stuff that happened to me or whatever, and it's.
Well, but here's the thing is cause I feel like I've suffered from this in the past and, it has nothing to do with your outside influences. Although your outside influences can also make you depressed.
Yeah, people can be triggered.
Yes. So, sometimes good things are going on and you get really depressed and can't get out of bed. But then sometimes you're broke and it's life is shitty and you didn't get the job you wanted or whatever. And then you're also equally as depressed.
Yeah, I do think it varies and it's sort of it's confusing. It's always really confusing to parse it out because it's internal, it's in your mind. So it's I tend to feel it pretty significant, even if things are bad. relatively speaking, or broke or something. I usually don't really experience that as the depression. It's like, it's pretty distinct, almost physical feeling, which is like sort of helpful, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's why it's like so hard to talk about. And it's just.
And because everybody's a little bit different.
Were you more depressed after writing the book or I mean, because that's what you're writing about and you fed into it more than you normally would have been in life?
No, I was actually concerned, like, when I was so happy that I had this book deal, that, like, I had never been depressed. I'd only been unpublished. You know what I mean? And, like, the terror of, like, it immediately lifting and then me being unable to write the book, like, me just being, like, fabulous.
Right.
And, and, you know, when I started the book, when I started it and had the idea for it, it came out of me being depressed, writing, and it sort of affecting everything I was writing, and then just deciding, all right, well, how can I make use of the fact that it's clearly coloring everything I'm writing? And I kind of have like the depressed sense of humor, which is like much worse and kind of like darker and just like it's coming through. So, you know, it started there. And actually, I don't think I could have finished the project or seen it through or sold it or done any of those things like from that state. So I actually really had to be in like a much better place to fulfill, you know, writing the book. But it was kind of like, I was still kind of writing from that perspective, or like going into that, you know, that space, because that's the whole promise of the book, is that like you can trust me because I'm one of you, I'm in it. But because when you're out of it, and this is what I've noticed, is you still kind of can't quite remember exactly what it was like. It's like I feel that changing. I feel myself becoming like one of the others, like one of the people who doesn't get it.
I don't even remember what I asked you.
I actually couldn't agree with you more on this, because I felt like, because I wrote a little bit about my depression too, and it's like it's hard to remember once you're out of it.
Yeah.
Although I do really have a much better memory of the manic phase of it. There's a very distinct feeling where I know it's coming on.
That's happening. Tell us more.
And what? Well,
no, when I was reading your book, like, I didn't know your depression. Like, when I didn't know if you were exaggerating, I stayed under the blankets for 2 weeks. I didn't leave the house. To me, I don't see, like, I've never seen you like that.
I've been this depressed while I've been married to you. Okay. After the fire, after our house burned down. Do you remember how I was not, you shook me by the shoulders at one point. You were like, you have to get it together.
I did not.
Yes, you did. I was leaving my purse everywhere. I was just like in a fog. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, but see, I've never, maybe only because the house burned down. But, this is kind of crazy, and because I don't suffer from depression and anxiety, and I know when I'm having anxiety or whatever, if not medication to help me, but the more you keep busy, the more you keep outside of yourself, the less you have of that. You know, I remember when I had major anxiety, so I started redoing, just doing furniture and just trying to keep as busy as I could to keep. So is depression, like, say you're in a manic depressed, you're depressed. You get up, you go, fuck it, I'm going to go play golf, take a walk, go bike ride, do whatever. Does that help you snap out of depression?
You know, those activities can, but I found in truly, like, the depths, you know, real, you know, let's say you somehow manage to get yourself to exercise or something like that. The disturbing thing is that, like, maybe you feel okay while you're exercising. You kind of are like, oh yeah, it's working. And then like 2 minutes after the exercise is done, it's like back. And that, you know, it's sort of like the thing where, like, and it's like stupid analogy, and maybe it's just kind of like staring at your face, but like, like, you know, like an audience that like laughs and then it's over. Like, there's no momentum with the audience. Like,
yes.
It's kind of like that feeling a little bit, I think. It's like you did the exercise. So I went through a period where, you know, I was living in my parents' house and I like exercised like all day, just very light exercise, just because like I felt all right when I was, and it's kind of the same thing, you know, getting out of your mind. It's like, to me, it's like, you know, the hell is kind of in your mind. So it's like, if you're someone who lives in your mind, like I tend to, big thing for me is like trying to learn to slightly live in my body a little bit.
Yeah, how do you not live in your mind? Like when I was going through some stuff like that, I would try to do activities or whatever, go for a walk, whatever, and then you'd just be in your head even more, and then that would lead to
I mean, it's
bad decisions.
The thing is, and it could be, you know, those things can be helpful, but they don't fix it. You know, they don't fix it. They don't necessarily. You know, it's
and I'd also be very self-destructive.
There's nothing wrong with medication, though, if that's what you need.
Oh, I mean, I'm on meds and have been forever and probably will be forever.
How's your sister?
Problem with me?
Wait, hold on. How's your sister? Is she doing okay?
She's good.
I remember she went for a diagnosis when I met her. Is everything fine?
Yes, that was whatever that biopsy or whatever she was getting checked for was fine.
Good. Tell her
I remember that. I'll tell her.
Hi.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, the thing I was just saying about my depression was that it's really hard for me to process it while it's going on. Mm-hmm. It's always after I'm out that I look back and I go, oh, Jesus, like that was hard. That was tough. I'm almost like in denial about it.
You don't get really depressed now, maybe after the fire.
I certainly don't get as depressed as I used to get when I was in my 20s. I mean, that's 100% true.
20, you know, I said that before about 25, but I'm only thinking 20s is the tough time in life because that's where you think, I have to make a decision. What am I going to do in life? Yeah. All the pressure when you're 21, 22, like, where's my future? Which you don't even know at 21, 22 sometimes. Yeah. But that's where that's almost a snapping point. Mm-hmm. You know, it's 21 to 25 to 26. You're going, some of my friends are already married, some are out of college, have businesses. What the fuck am I doing? Especially if you're in the entertainment business and you're going, fuck, I'm already 28, 29 and nothing's happening. So it's easy. It's easy to fucking lose it.
Yeah,
you know,
but I think it has something to actually do with the brain chemistry of you in your youth also. I mean, that's when schizophrenia takes hold and stuff.
Yeah, but it's building. It's building, but the end game starts to me at 21, 22. You know what I mean? Like, throughout your life, you could have it, the seed is planted, but when you get...
I had it since I was a kid.
I started earlier, but...
I remember trying to kill myself when I was like 5 years old.
You know, I was talking to a comic.
I did.
You tried to what?
I tried to kill myself a bunch of times.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, but I would
just constantly tying a noose like a shoelace.
No,
so
I would like try to hold my
breath
breath and stuff, stupid stuff. But when I was really little.
Oh, but I was, we're also in a business act, and I was talking to another comic about this. Every day in our career, or in our in what we have chosen to do,
your life,
we're trying to get a promotion every day. Most people at work try to get a promotion once or twice a year.
Or once every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, we try to get a fucking promotion every day, and you're hearing no a lot. No, I fucking turned down for this promotion again.
Silence is a no as well. So even when you're not hearing no's, it's just kind of a general no.
Well, your promotion's being turned down and turned down. So it's beating you down. You're in a business where you're already depressed in life, okay? And now it's a business that tells you think it's telling you you're not worth anything.
Imagine going to your 9 to 5 and being rejected like 11 times a day.
Can you imagine going
probably are, though. I mean, we make fun of that world or whatever, that it's easier some ways, but I mean, it's got to be fucking daunting too. And also, you're looking at people pass you by, like
yeah. But how many people that
you
are
got to
working
play the game in that world too? You got to go to certain parties, shake certain hands.
Definitely, it's hell.
How many people working at Apple go on Twitter and hear you stink, you're the worst, you're a scum? They don't have to deal with the social media like entertainers do.
But it's sort of like,
but they also don't get
the trade-off.
Hey, you're very funny. I really enjoyed your show, which you get also. And anytime you move up in the world of entertainment, you're going to get probably pretty much equal amounts more of the hate and more of the like. So if you want more like, you got to accept the more hate too. That's the way it works. As I say, look, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
What about her?
She must get a fucking shit ton of hate mail.
She's getting married.
Yeah, well.
Again.
Really?
To a white guy.
I hope she's got a prenup.
I
don't know why I'm saying that.
He's fucking loaded.
Okay, let's talk because we only have a couple minutes left, and I do want to. We have 5 minutes left, so let's just.
What do you want to talk about?
Are you? Tell me about your last manic episode, because those are more fun to talk about.
Wait a second. Ask Ben a question at least.
I don't care about Ben.
Something.
Just talk about my 8 months of meetings for sexual addiction.
Did you?
Yeah.
What?
So
you're
that
a
was
sex
real.
addict?
When you threw sex in there.
Yeah.
As in the addiction, that was real.
I went to fucking meetings for almost a year.
Isn't it truth that you're not really addicted to sex? You're addicted to oxytocin.
I didn't have the addiction that a lot of the guys in these meetings had, which were like, I remember one guy, I'm not supposed to say this, but He was like, I went to the mall and I saw this gal and I didn't
I know
find
who that
myself.
is.
Yes.
No.
I didn't find myself like lusting after her and I didn't go home and like masturbate like 30 times. I wasn't like that, but I was at the point where like I was like when I lived in LA, I was going out every night just trying to get laid.
Oh
Like
God,
if my phone
interesting.
rang at like 2 a.m. and it was somebody I knew, I would like get in my car and drive like 2 hours to meet up with them. It was getting
To meet
out
up
of
with
control.
him?
Yeah, him. No,
Oh.
her.
With them, I think. Was,
And then
you heard.
and then I was dating someone at the time, and
That's what you call a transgendered person.
yeah,
Them.
I was dating someone at the time, and I liked them, and I saw it going not in a good direction. I saw me never being able to be faithful unless I cured these demons.
How old were you?
You and David Duchovny, right?
I finally went to meetings at like
yes.
29 or 8.
You're older than that now?
Yeah.
Oh, you look beaten down. You don't need
mouth.
meetings anymore. You need makeup. So
Yeah.
you did? You went to...
Yeah, I went to. I had been to one AA meeting because I had a DUI when I was like 20. So they make you go, and it was pretty. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing.
Oh, yeah.
Some sex, yeah.
Now I feel bad.
That we hate him?
Yes, I've been
No.
so mean to him.
Well,
He's going
that's
through his
not his
own
issue.
inner
That was
turmoil.
years ago.
You know.
But that's when I was like the most depressed.
But if I was
too.
nice to
I
you,
was-
you probably would have masturbated
Exactly.
about me.
Probably.
So.
But
you
I was
go-
also the most depressed when I was having the most sex.
Right. You were
'Cause I
Right,
was
because
like,
you're never
what am I
fulfilling
doing?
the
classic,
thing.
it's the
I'd sit
classic
there, yeah,
crying
you'd
over
sit
your own
there.
dick.
Yeah.
Don't do
While
that.
you're stroking it.
Don't do that.
Sorry. I didn't want to overtalk. So I made the hand job gesture.
How long have you been going with the girl you go with now?
The girl I've been with now,
She's a catch, by
since
the
August.
way.
Since August.
And you
Straight
went on a
catch.
cruise with her, right?
Yeah.
Gay.
Oh my God.
Gay.
You're not allowed to
Did
say
you guys,
that.
guys go see the comic
You're
on
not
the
allowed
cruise?
to use the word gay if you're going to get your
went
golf
on a
buddy to
music
make you
cruise.
mustard sandwiches.
Yeah, and hot mayonnaise on your chin.
All right. Let's plug this. Please go get this book, How to Weep in Public, Feeble Offerings on Depression from One Who Knows, by Jacqueline Novak. She also has a CD, Quality Notions, that you can get on iTunes.
And we were there when
we
she
were there
taped
when
it.
she taped that.
You can hear Rich cackling.
No, complaining that I paid.
I know.
Yeah, what if you could, in the background, you could hear me like, what, are you going to bring it to me, or?
What's that?
4 minutes.
We got 4 minutes?
So on April 20th, you can see me at the Stanhope House.
But no-
I'm in New York every weekend. Look it up. But
Yeah, but no, tell more about her live event.
Oh, yeah. Are you guys going to come? Because you should.
I can't. I'll be out of
do
town.
it.
Oh, okay, right. And
I'm
it's
in Boston.
Thursday.
I'm out of
Yeah.
town.
Is it at
I'll
night or
tell
in
you
the
some.
afternoon?
I'll give you some hints
Would
about it.
Raina
is it?
like it?
Thursday night at 8 p.m. I do. I actually was going to tell you I thought Raina would like it. There's going to be a social anxiety chamber.
Oh, she would love that.
And you go in. There's games. There's games too. There's good games. Like
There's a room where you go into and there's a
That was for
little
Rich.
boy
That was for Rich.
calls her a vagina the whole time. You penis. You have to just sit there and take it.
Just one room, they'll lock you up in
Why
there for
aren't we
10
calling
years.
each other penises? It is such
so
a
funny,
great
yeah.
thing to say to people.
Such a penis.
Yes, you're such a penis.
All right, so when is that and where again?
Thursday 8 p.m. at Villain in Williamsburg. And there's going to be games and carnival things.
Are you like a hipster? Do you hang with the hipster crowd?
She's very hipster.
I mean, in
Lena
theory.
Dunham and stuff she's hanging out with.
Do you still hang out with her?
Well, she dates my cousin, so
Yeah, but
she's
you-
family now.
But when you were in LA, you went and hung out with her, right? Yeah.
Your cousin liked us.
Of course.
Rich, stop
Is
doing that to your
Jacqueline
gum.
part of the Thanksgiving that you've
Yes,
done?
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
cousin,
all right.
Her
Have we
cousin
done
is
the show
famous.
together before?
No, her cousin's famous.
He's
in
a
the
rock
band
star.
Fund. But
Oh, yeah.
fund,
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah,
fund,
yeah.
fund.
I like them.
But he also
They're not mine.
he does. Didn't he do Taylor Swift's album or
Yes.
something? Yeah.
Oh, I wish
He
you just
met Taylor
stopped
Swift.
at Taylor Swift. He did.
He produced her album.
No.
Richard, stop it. You're so-
Can you-
Stop doing that with your
Oh,
gum.
I'm playing like a silly putty.
Stop.
So, can you imagine if Ellen got to meet Taylor Swift?
It's you know what
Ellen would fucking lose her mind.
She loves her?
It's
Oh, my daughter.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing how a 23-year-old daughter.
Right.
And it's only because her middle name is Taylor.
No.
Ellen Taylor Voss. That's why she loves.
feels connected.
Yes.
She loves Taylor Swift. Like I used to like the Who growing up.
Yeah.
But not like that. Not like the way my daughter. Anyhow,
very
this weekend.
different.
this
Not
weekend-
like a penis.
Not
She's
me.
like a penis.
So where are you going to be?
I'm at the Joke Joint in Houston this weekend, Friday, Saturday.
Go.
So
go.
avoid that.
No, go. Hey, and this weekend I'll be in
I'm sorry about your sex
At
addiction.
You're
Magoo's.
so cunty
Thursday
I'm a
through.
Stop being a penis.
Excuse me, can I do my
No.
Thursday through Saturday Magoobies and April 28th and 29th, Thursday and Friday, I'll be in in St. Paul. What's the name of it again?
Also the Joke Joint.
Thank you.
Great clubs in Houston and in the St. Paul, Minneapolis area.
Yes.
So
I
go
love
check
it out
them
there. I get to go do Tom Bernard radio when I'm there. I play golf with Tom Bernard. You got to go out there and play. This guy who does radio, and he'll take you to the best golf course.
Hazeltine?
Rich, I've expressed my interest in golf.
Yes?
She showed you her
And
swing.
you're still just looking at him.
Oh, he's great. I played with him recently.
Here we
hit
go.
the ball 340 yards off the fucking
2
tee.
years ago.
Yeah, last
Finish
year.
the story.
Hit it 340 yards off the tee. His next shot, he flubbed it 5 feet. I couldn't stop
Oh, my
laughing.
God.
He wanted to hit me.
Somebody recently said that they golfed with you. People just randomly come up to me and be like, I golfed with your husband.
They were all disappointed, right?
And yeah, well, apparently this guy made an excellent shot, and instead you just complained about your shot.
Yeah,
and he was like, you couldn't even say good shot to me.
No.
Couldn't even say
No,
it.
that was a club owner.
I played with club
that was
owners.
a club
I
owner
played with
in
club-
fucking in fucking Connecticut. He's still bringing up that story about
Yeah.
the birdie. That's
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
story.
That's the same
story.
That's the same fucking story.
Yeah. He was not happy
The
about
guy
it.
had a fucking
Lewis is
birdie.
giving us the
Oh,
high
yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah. That's from the casino I did.
Goodbye.
Right. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.